Hello and warm welcome to Top Stories here on Viewer Television. My name is Phillips Levin. The National Emergency Management Agency received no fewer than 105 stranded Nigerians from Chad at the Aminu Kano International Airport in Kano. NEMA Coordinator, Kano Territory Office, Dr. Nuruddin Abdullahi, received them on behalf of the agency. Abdullahi said the stranded Nigerians arrived at the airport at about 10 p.m. on board Boeing 737-7K9 ASCII Airlines operated by Ethiopian Airlines. Abdullahi disclosed that returnees were made up of 24 male adults, 23 female adults, and 58 children. He, however, advised the returnees to be advocates of the campaign against irregular migration. He also called on Nigerians to avoid endangering their lives by traveling to seek greener pastures in other countries, now saying no country is better than Nigeria. The Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice John Sohu, has warned judges against dancing to the tunes of desperate politicians as they handle election-related cases in 2023. Now, he told the judges to ensure that pending pre-election cases are concluded within the stipulated time. Justice Sohu issued the warning in Abuja during the opening of the 38th Annual Judges Conference of the FHC. Justice Sohu said as judges, they were expected to conduct themselves without blemish, while commending the judges for their understanding and unwavering commitment in the handling of pre-election cases. Justice Sohu said the conference was intended to examine issues confronting the court and find solutions to them. The Nigerian police recovered proceeds from kidnapping totaling about 262.6 million naira between 2019 and 2021, according to the 2022 National Risk Assessment document obtained by newsmen from the website of the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit. A total of 28 kidnapping-related investigations were carried out by the Department of State Services in 3 years. The document noted that in 2019, the DSS carried out 11 kidnappings-related investigations. Only 7 investigations were done in 2020 and 10 in 2021. Now, the report also noted that kidnappers avoid using financial institutions when collecting ransoms. The National President, Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees, Akim Ambali, has said that the union planned to meet with President Muhammadu Buhari over the delayed passage of the Local Government Autonomy Bill next week. The union will also embark on rallies across the country as part of advocacy to ensure accelerated passage of the bill by the various state houses of assembly. The National Assembly had on March 29, 2022 transmitted 44 constitutional alteration bills to the 36th State House of Assembly for concurrence. The bill are seeking to amend various parts of the 1999 Constitution. The National Assembly had on March 1, 2022 voted on the 16th Amendment recommended by the Joint Senate and House of Representatives Special Ad Hoc Committee on the review of the 1999 Constitution. Religious leaders in Christianity and Islam on Tuesday raised fears that a continued attack on sacred places of worship in Nigeria may set the tone for destruction. Those who made the submission were the immediate past president of the Christian Council of Nigeria, Benobo Fubara Manuel, and former chief imam of the National Assembly Legislative Quarters Mosque, Muhammad Khalid. Figures collated from media reports of targeted attacks on churches and mosques in 2022 in Nigeria indicated that 139 clerics were killed, while at least 394 Christians and Muslims were kidnapped. Fubara, Manuel, and Khalid expressed their minds during the one-day high-level engagement with youth religious leaders initiated by the Kaisid Fellowship. Fellow Dr. Uzoku Williams, with support from the International Dialogue Center, Kaisid in Abuja with the team, the protection of holy sites and sacred places. The Kaduna State Governor, Nasir El-Rufai, has tasked the National Assembly to ensure that legislations on community policing, value-added tax, and local government autonomy are prioritized before the terminating of the 9th Legislative Assembly. Governor El-Rufai said this at the second edition of the Distinguished Parliamentarians Lectures held at Abuja, while emphasizing that the first 12 years of education should be made compulsory and free. According to him, that is a major survival for Nigeria, especially now that Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has not remitted a penny into the Federation account this year.
First is state and community policing. I think we are all clear now that the current policing system is broken and doesn't work for Nigeria. And Nigeria is the only federation in the world with one centralized police system. I think this National Assembly has the capacity to enact a state and community policing system that prevents the abuses of the past and takes into account the challenges of the present.
While reiterating the importance of the legislature in any democracy, the President of the Senate, Ahmad Lawan, says the legislature in Nigeria is underfunded.
What we have been able to achieve in the 9th National Assembly, especially in the House of Representatives, will be presented here today. And this is an opportunity for also our citizens to ask questions. Because what we need to do is to enlighten Nigerians on what we do, what our challenges are, because this is what you pay us to do, and we must account for what we do to you.
Guest speaker at the event and Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, extolled the massive gain made by the 9th Legislative Assembly. He, however, raised some doubts in the completing of the constitutional amendment process and backed upon by the National Assembly, as well as the redesigning of the Naira.
Whatever the concerns about the policy may be, it should, and I repeat, it should not be the normal course of things for such a profoundly impactful policy program to be designed, approved, and announced without any engagement with the legislature.
Earlier, the Director General of the National Institute of Legislative and Democratic Studies, Abubakar Suleiman, in his welcoming remarks, says the lecture will define the concept and make legislative process clearer to Nigerians.
Like the Made in One is an avenue of legislative narration and a veritable platform connecting both the elected representative and the people beyond the confines of the two hallowed chambers. It is to this end, therefore, that I enjoin Nigerians and indeed friends of Nigeria to keep faith with this project.
This year's lecture is the second organized by National Institute of Legislative and Democratic Studies. And with that, we conclude top stories on Viewer Television. Well, my name is Philip Slivin. Do have a great day. Thank you.